Yeah.
We going live now. Oh,
Yeah.
what is going on with my shit? I don't know if I need to do that thing that, like, I know I just went live right now, but I need to fix that thing because it keeps locking me in place when I come back out from the Steam VR menu. It's just like doink.
Locking you in place. That's not normal.
Yeah. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Oh yeah, there it goes again. Now I'm stuck. Because when I was setting up my index, it you know, showed where you can do the thing to, you know, make a line out how you do with the Quest 2. I did the standing only in place thing, so I guess it's just being buggy.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I know how to fix it. It just means I gotta keep opening it up and closing it so I can move. It's fine. Anyways, are you doing actually, just to correct me, how did I say your name again? Because I know I was with you on that one night.
Serocco.
Serocco. Okay. Hello there, Serocco. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine this morning, actually. This afternoon. Time zones are a bitch. But I'm doing fine. I was exhausted last night. I pulled like an all-nighter because I had Friday off, and I still only slept like, what, 6 hours? But enough for me to have energy here, so I'm doing okay.
That's good. I think with that out of the way, let's get to the first few questions before we get to the other one, because we got a lot tonight. But,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So with the first one, for the intro, can they, what? Hold on, I'm trying to see it because I don't have glasses on. Who did you meet in vrchat when you joined?
Oh, there were a bunch of randos that I met when I was in the Steam version of my vrchat account, right? I played Steam first, and there are only 2 people from there that transferred over to this account. It's easy to tell because I don't have the numbers in my name anymore, right? It's been a thing for years now. Back in the day, you had the Steam account and the vrchat account. The Steam account had the numbers, the vrchat account did not. I didn't know that distinction. I just saw a bunch of people streaming vrchat, YouTube, and Twitch. No one really like told me how. No one really like gave me the rundown on how to actually make a proper account. So at the time, I had met Permafrost and Mao-chan. They used to stream. They were small-time streamers, and they're among the oldest friends that I have in this game. The other 2 are people that I've known since before I started playing as well. 𝙉𝙋𝙋𝙕 and File, her Australian boyfriend, File. So those 4 people are my OGs, like actual OGs. To this day, I'm still friends with all of them. I hang out with 𝙉𝙋𝙋𝙕 and File more so than the other 2, because I don't know what happened to the other 2. I'll probably like check up on them after this interview because I do miss them.
Yeah, that's understandable. I kind of do the same thing if I see like old G friend on and I want to go hang out with them for a bit before doing other shit, which is understandable. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else on that question we can ask, so I guess on the next one, if you're okay with it. But,
go ahead.
Yeah. Next one is, why do you RP in vrchat if you do RP in vrchat?
Oh, I used to. Roleplay was kind of how I discovered vrchat. Well, actually, no. Well, when I first discovered vrchat, it was through a meme that I saw on Twitter. I saw somebody upload a history of Knuckles, right? All the different, all his different like designs, right? And at the end was Uganda Knuckles. I didn't know that was Uganda Knuckles. I thought that was a legitimate, real Sonic game that had Knuckles looking like this piece of shit. I didn't know. I genuinely was going to lose I was losing my shit. Because I was like, excuse me? This better not be a microtransaction riddled mess of a game too, you fuckers. Like, I was pissed. And then somebody had to tell me, oh no, that's from vrchat. I'm like, vrchat? Why would you make a virtual reality Sonic game? My mind was still stuck on that. And it wasn't until I saw a bunch of Ruby characters running around with Soviet Knuckles. There was a video of Knuckles speaking Russian in a Soviet-era tank, screaming at a bunch of Ruby characters in Russian from lines that were used in fucking Call of Duty, right? I was like, what the fuck is this? That was my first real introduction to vrchat. And from there, I saw the streamers. You know, Nags, etc., Volcona, right? And Arcadum, sadly. Doing a lot of improv roleplay collabs at the time, right?
Right.
And I found that like super fascinating. Every now and then when I first started, I would like, as soon as I got my Oculus in November 19th, I believe. It was a Monday. It was either November 11th or November 19th, 2018, when I first got VR. The Oculus Rift, the original Oculus Rift. And from there, I did a lot of role plays. I did like some improv role plays with Curry games. I did some like improv. I was like an NPC often for Kirby Nights people, right? Every now and then I still do that, but it's been literally years since I've like role played like seriously as a major character in a group at all. It was since 2019 July 2019 when I first got my full body. Why do I? It's just fun to act out your characters in real time. As somebody who typically writes a lot, I'm an aspiring scriptwriter or a freelance scriptwriter. I've always wanted to show people what I have in my head. And VR is kind of like a way to do that. That makes sense. That's why my character looks like this. She's supposed to be roleplay. I've never had the chance to roleplay as her. But to answer your question, it's just fun when it's done with the right people. There's a reason I haven't roleplayed in a long ass time. Since 2019. It was a group that, I mean, I guess I can mention it because it's been years. They used to call themselves Menagerie Academy, and it had a lot of people involved. Too many people. It grew too big, too quickly. And there was no cohesion, no real organization for the longest time. From the original, like, leadership at the time. Things weren't being communicated properly. Because, on the one hand, the whole idea was, this was back when quests were still new, and good quest models weren't very common. The King's Raid male avatars had, and they still have a map in this game, right? A bunch of my friends, like HDMG, The Dawn, etc., had found those models. It was HDMG, in fact. He picked the purple-skinned elf boy, joined off them. All the dudes in the room were like, where'd you find that? Where the fuck did you find that? And HDMG was like, come here, I'll show you. They found the male models. They were all full-body compatible, back when that was a thing. Nowadays, basically if you're 3.0 models and up are basically automatically full-body compatible. That's not how things used to be. Back in vrchat, back in the day, you had to manually make them full body ready, right? These new quest King's Raid avatars were fully full body ready from the jump street, right? And one person, I don't remember who, said he looked at all our friends and said, "Let's all be fuckboys. Let's roleplay as fuckboys." I find out about this after the fact. Because how I discovered the group was I joined off a different friend who wasn't even role-playing at the time. It was in this like anime-inspired like school setting, and I was running around as Velvet Crow from Tales of Berseria, right? This wasn't the full, like, I was wearing like a different outfit. I was wearing like the idol outfit where she's like purple, not this, but I was running around as her because I was like, oh, this is like the third day of me using a full body. You know, I'm happy. I want to like show it off to everybody. And I talked to my friends, and I think there was an alarm. There was either an alarm that was like sounded, or some noise happened. Some noise over whatever was happening inside the building. I turn around, my friends are gone. They fucking disappeared, right? I turn back, and there's the Dawn in a blonde avatar, blonde fuckboy avatar that he calls Antonio, saying, "This is the transfer student that I told you about." I'm like, no. You pulled that shit out of your ass. You pulled that shit out of your ass. You pulled that shit out of your ass. I was recruited to be the only female host in a host club school anime roleplay.
Oh, wow.
By just showing up. And that's how I got involved. It was fun. I think it was like every Friday was the host club event, and then every Saturday, I believe, was the academy stuff, right? It was basically 2 different roleplays at once, and they were a lot of fun, and I'm still friends with a lot of the people that are in there. A lot of really good people. It's just, it blew up so quickly. As soon as we had 𝙉𝙄𝙋𝙕 as a guest in the host club portion of it, 2 of my friends, the Dawn and 𝙉𝙄𝙋𝙕, were both in their models and decided, let's twerk on 𝙉𝙄𝙋𝙕 on stream.
Jesus.
It was a riot. I loved it, and I miss that. I miss role-playing. I wish that I knew what the fuck. I'm so disconnected from the roleplay scene because it's been a while since I've tried to contact some of my friends in vrchat, and I completely forgot that I have them on Discord until now. Well, shit. All right. Point is, I miss the fun, the insanity, the fuckery, and at times the really creative and well-written scenarios that happened when I was role-playing, like seriously role-playing, instead of just as an NPC. I don't mind being an NPC, it's just, there's only so much you can do, right? As a boss character, instead of like as an actual character. But yeah, that's a very long-winded way of saying I enjoy roleplay and I wish I could do it more. I just don't know where to start anymore.
Yeah, that's understandable. And I only have done roleplay once, too. I only done it once. Like, I liked it, but that roleplay kind of, well, in a way, how would I say, stopped after we got, like, the first episode or something done. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, and actually, I can say what the name was because I remember it was Project F. It was like a high school kind of setting. But it was whatever. I still had fun with it. I might just do my own RP when I feel like it in the future. But anyways, moving on. Do you have any dreams or goals in life? Like dreams or goals? Oh.
I dream of not having to worry about whether to pay for rent or to pay for food. Honestly. Yeah. I want to have enough money to not only get my shit out of the way, pay my bills, but to also have disposable income where I can actually have fun. Like, that's what I want. I might end up having to eventually like leave my home state of Florida to live on my own fully, because I still live with my family because we are helping to pay off the mortgage that we got from this house like decades ago, right? Which should tell you something about how expensive this shit is. I'm helping to contribute by helping to pay off the mortgage so that if nothing else, if shit happens to any of us, we still own that house. And it's taking forever, but once we get to that point, you know, everything will be fine. And I get to, after that, I will most likely finally leave, find my own place, live alone, and go from there. Those are my goals. In terms of dreams, I would love to be like, I'd love to be the script writer of like an anime. Honestly, I would love, basically like imagine Castlevania. I would love to make something like that, something that people like adore. You know, I want that. I just wish that I was also an artist, because writing your ideas down, writing your character is different from visualizing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I wish. Yeah. So I'd like to be the showrunner of an anime at some point, an American anime.
Yeah. Like honestly, that's like one thing I even want to do, but like I want to be like a voice actor for an anime, because it would feel like more natural for me and stuff. But I will get there when I can. Like I understand that fully. You good, Serocco?
Wait, sorry. I got like a message from my mom. Have to like help pay something real quick. But yeah, please repeat what you said if it was a question.
I was just saying I understand that, like with the writer thing and then the artist thing. Like
Oh yeah. If I knew how to draw, I would probably already be making my own shit by now. Publishing my own shit by now.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the next question?
The next one that was after that one is there anything in IRL you want to do besides doing VR chat?
Definitely meeting my friends. Traveling the world more. I visited Japan back in 2016. I want to at some point visit possibly Normandy in France. I wouldn't mind seeing Istanbul in Turkey, the pyramids in Egypt. I wouldn't mind going to Seoul, South Korea. Like I want to travel the world and see more of what life has in store for me, really.
Yeah. That's just like how that question was just asked, but that's understandable. That's like something I would want to do so I can get out from the United States and go around and meet new people and, you know, explore. Because you only have like one life, and then that's the only thing you get to have fun with before you're gone.
I agree.
Yeah.
Make the best of what you have and always try to do more in your life.
Pretty much. That's how you should roll with it. Hold on. Weird.
Sorry, I'm still like,
No, you're okay.
like visiting my mom while also paying attention to. And there we go. That is it. I sent her what she needed and done. What's next on the menu?
The next one is, what do you think of VRChat, of the VRChat scene, on how the game has been, basically? Oh jeez.
Oh god. What do I think of the game as a whole? Like the game specifically?
Basically, yeah, that's how the question is trying to be asked in a way.
It's less a game and more a platform. Like, it's basically anime Tinder. Mixed in with Twitter and some people, and a bunch of people who feel like sentient Reddit comments. Like, honestly, like that's how it feels, right? It's a place to interact with people and play mini games with. I think that it's definitely improved since when I first played. Because there wasn't much. Huggy's Dungeon, Horror Dungeon Worlds, those were like premier content back in the day. Looking back on them now, I think they were deleted, but looking back on them now, they're definitely not as advanced as technology has progressed for this game. They still hold a lot of like nostalgic and like sentimental value for me. Being able to have your own portable mirror is great. Fizz Bones is better than Dynamic Bones, for the most part. Like, being able to make yourself like ungodly massive or like fucking tiny. I love that. I love that too. Means we don't have to constantly like make the same model over and over but with different heights. It has improved a lot, but there's still more that can be done with VR.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, and that and
I feel like something. Yeah, it's just, it's still a niche. VR is still a niche interest, as much as a lot of certain types of rich people want to make it more mainstream. It won't be mainstream unless it becomes cheaper for a lot of other people. Like, you're not gonna, you can't justify $1,000 headset anymore. Not with inflation, I believe. But that's a different topic. I think this, I don't think of VRChat as like, I think of it as just like a way to like meet people. Sometimes literally physically meeting people after talking to them in VR. I keep coming back to this place not because of the game, but because of my friends. And I interact with them outside of the VRChat as well. Discord, other games like Overwatch, and others, anime nights, etc. So I see VRChat as just basically a means to an end, in the sense of like a vehicle for me to interact with people that are not living near me, basically.
Yeah, that's basically on how you would go with it. Because that's how I would when I have my own place and stuff. You know, I'm still stuck with my folks.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Sorry, this headset is just like making my head hurt.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay.
Sorry, like...
No, you're good.
I like multitasking. So like I message people while also paying attention to the conversation.
Yeah. Anyways, next one. How many good times you remember having in VRC and the events it has there? Like basically the events and whatever else you've been into and good memories you had in VRChat.
My best memories in VRChat, basically?
Yes.
That's a lot. Like, I had a lot of fun, like, last night, for instance. It's basically whenever people are just being themselves. No fear of stepping on other people's toes. There's no like feuds. There's no drama. Like, people can like trust each other, respect each other, confide within each other, and those are typically the relationships that actually last for everyone. And whenever we have fun and when I'm like literally laughing out loud at some of the shit that's happening, those are my favorite moments. And I am happy and thankful that I get a lot of those moments with a lot of the people that I have and my friends this right now. Not everybody, obviously, but it's literally like any time that my friends are just having fun. It helps me to have fun too.
Yeah.
Because if I went with anything specific, we would be here all fucking week. Because I could go and explain basically like everything that happened just this year, let alone prior years.
Yeah. You can just say it in a short way, either way you like it. It's fine.
I guess right now it's getting friends to meet each other and seeing that they become really close after that. That's probably my favorite thing to do. Introducing people to each other, especially like my female friends, introducing them to each other and then becoming like the best of friends after. That's awesome. That's probably my favorite thing to do. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does and it works, it's the best feeling in the world for me.
Yeah. That's just the best way to describe it. Okay, I can tell I'm still like waking up if my half of my brain's still there. And it's fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. Because like I was still up last night doing so much stuff. I was just like, oh shit, it's 6. I need to take a little bit of a nap. Then all of a sudden, oh shit, it's fucking 9. My brain was just like so fucked. Because I think, yeah, I had fucking milk and then fucking a little bit of root beer in my system. So I was just like, wee. And no, it's non-alcoholic. It's normal root beer, just normal. So no one needs to worry. Wait, did my audio just mess up? Hold on. I can hear. I'm
speaking.
Okay, there we go.
Hello, hello.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry.
vrchat, everyone. It's in the game.
Yeah, like, okay, I need to verify my file integrity on SteamVR and VRChat at the same time after this. Jesus Christ. That was like,
hopefully it's fixed.
Yeah, well,
for you pretty soon.
Yeah, like, I know from the last episode, like, I was dealing with fucking my thing, like how it is right now, like where it's hard for me to like move when I go back from the Steam VR menu and come back. Like, there's that. But I think when I couldn't hear you for a moment, I think that was just VRChat or something else. I hope it was VRChat, not my fucking headset. It's fine.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Or another thing is, it could have been when you stepped out of the voice box and then I couldn't hear you. But it's whatever.
Good point.
Yeah. It's fine. If something happens and I crash, we will figure something out. Where were?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Do you think VRChat should change its age rating?
What's the current age rating again?
Sorry, it did it again. I was gonna say 13 plus.
At least 16 plus, please, because there's stuff that children really should not be doing or being exposed to in here, please. If you really want to go 18 plus, like fully, it will never happen because they're not going to get as much money if they make it strictly towards like 18 plus players. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. So so you can only go for like, because I think like if you're pushing it, maybe 15 plus, maybe, but like there's shit that happens in VRChat communities that kids should not, and even younger teens should not be exposed to, because I don't want their mental health to get fucked over.
Yeah.
So yes, they should increase the age rating. They really should, but I don't think they ever will.
Yeah, and then
There's too much money to be had.
yeah, and another thing while they were saying that, they don't need to get involved into, you know, drama and shit, and plus they don't need to go through probably what I went through when I played this game. I won't say what it is, but it's, you just don't want them to go through something what someone else went through. It's just that.
Yeah.
I see a man staring in the mirror. Anyways. Yeah. And sorry, I had to do that real quick. Oh, why in the fuck? Oh. That's surprising. Someone else wants to join. Yeah, it's fine. As long as they...
It is your show.
Yeah. As long as they stay over there, it's fine. This,
Okay.
Anyways, hold on, where were we? Okay, here we go. Do you know any content creators in VRC? You know, you probably said it
I
earlier.
mentioned some of them before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Oathmeal. I've known Landfear for the longest time. I haven't seen Landfear in a hot minute, to be fair. I know Kimple, Nags, a couple like VR porn people. Yeah, I'm not gonna name their names because it's not my place.
Yeah.
But I'm friends with them. I'm friends with a lot of role players like Fulcona. I was never friends with 𝙉𝙋𝙕, and that was probably for the best.
Yeah. That was for the best, for good.
Yeah, yeah. I know quite a lot of people. Nags. Zentrea, of course, I mentioned them already. Kirby Knight, I mentioned him. There's a lot of like newer like TikTokers as well. TikTok people that I'm like friends with, and I never really see their content. That's the thing with me. After I become your friend, if you're I either don't remember that you're a content creator, or I don't see you as a content creator because that's not what interests me about people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
mean. Like what you do for an audience that will mostly never meet you is not interesting to me. What you do when I'm around, when the camera's off, is what I find interesting about you. Yeah, basically.
That's the basically scenario around that one. Because like there's so many, I was saying right now, there's too many of those content creators in this game, and it's just annoying. But yeah. Next question. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I'm not repeating the same one. Okay. Is there something about VRC that you hate that makes it not fun, or not fun when you're hanging out with people? Like, you know, all that stuff. You good? Dizzy? Hold on.
Okay.
Dizzy, please tell me you have clothes on.
Don't walk in front of the camera. Okay. So there's a lot, and I can boil it down to 3 things. Ego, imaginary clout, and predatory behavior. A lot of people... Oh, and lack of communication. That's number 4.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the one that I think I hate the most. People just don't want to talk when things bother them, and it fucks up a lot of relationships because of that. People become clout chasers. They think that because you know people, or that you know content creators, that you can freely give them access to... No, these are my friends. I will protect them. Fuck off. Right?
Right.
I don't want an attention whore taking up their time and fucking up their mental health potentially of my friends. Hell no. And the same is true for like certain other content creators who want to use my friends for content. No, fuck that. Those are the ones that aren't my friends, mind you. Like Arcadum. Right?
Yeah.
Just straight up, since I keep bringing him up. He's a great example. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
This is a recording. This is a recording.
thank you.
So, and then there's ego. A lot of people get a little bit of attention from people that they otherwise wouldn't get IRL, and they turn into egomaniacs. A few people who are like in the dance scene, right? When I was like really big into the dance scene, I saw that a lot. All you needed to do was have a pole, shake your ass, and people go crazy over you, and that builds up a bunch of people's egos. And because of that, people end up forgetting who their friends are. A lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing with like predators, that's sadly unavoidable because every platform, every medium, everywhere, there's going to be a predator of some sort hiding in plain sight because that's just how it is, right? It sucks, but you have to combat that. What I hate is when the evidence is there, the evidence is clear, and people still defend the predators. Right?
Right.
Like, because they happen to be friends with those predators and they're trying to protect their friends. I'm like, no, I'm not a ride or die. Like, you have to be a very specific kind of person for me to actually be ride or die. Because that means, like, you want me to be ride or die for somebody who's a predator? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck off. Fuck off. You're dead to me if you do something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of shit that I hate about VRchat. And sadly, basically all of this that I just laid out, it's not that different from how it is IRL either. It's really not.
That's very true. You're not even wrong.
It's really not different.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a notification on my side. But yeah, that's understandable with how that is. And that's like, with all you said right there, that's all the things I fucking hate. Even with the pedophile shit. Fucking I know.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. Let's not go too much into that so YouTube doesn't get mad at me, but I think people understand in the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm trying to like make sure I'm keeping an eye on which ones I did. Okay, this one. Do you think it's funny or bad that people drink and get drunk in VR and pass out in their headset?
I'd rather it not happen, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell people not to drink because, you know, we had a whole prohibition era that says that doesn't work. I never drink. A lot of people think that I drink because I hang around people who do drink, but it's like, no, I choose not to drink because it was never something that I wanted to do, and I have a personal reason for it that I'm not going to reveal in public. So, I don't think it's funny when people pass out in VRchat with their headsets on after getting blackout drunk. No, I don't think. It's better because they're in a place that is safer for them, like their homes, but I don't. I'd rather my friends be healthier than that, basically.
Yeah. Like,
if it happens, I'll still try to help regardless. I'm not gonna like abandon a friend because they happen to be drunk. I just do not find it funny if it happens.
Yeah, and plus when they pass out, the headset they bought, if it was like, you know, like an index that was like $1,000 or like less, that's like,
oh yeah,
you get like, you know, I mean, like, there goes your money down the drain when you need to replace it since you broke it and you were being a dumb nut. And I'm not trying to call anyone out in here that drinks. It's just, that's how I feel about it. Because I'm like, dude, don't do that. Like, you can drink, but just don't overboard it. Like, make sure you keep yourself sober. Because, like, if you fucking, like, say if someone, like, had, like, 10 shots and they were still drinking water and they're fine, that's okay. But if you were doing 10 shots and not drinking water, that's not okay. You know what I mean on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And while we're still on it, before we go to the next question, I think there is a culture of keep going. Keep going. with the drinking communities a lot, which is not good for those who have who are actual alcoholics. I'm not gonna name names because you guys wouldn't even know them anyway, but too many times I'm friends with people who are surrounded by those who enable their alcoholism, whether a lot of them mean well, and a lot of people use drinking to, be happier, or like allow themselves to be what they want to be, which is uninhibited and with no filter. But it's more self-destructive than it's worth.
Yeah,
the types of drinkers that I hang out with are the ones that actually know how to handle it and are healthy about it, typically.
Yeah, the word is typically on that one. Sorry, but that question should be good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was just making sure everything's tracking still while I was talking and multitasking as well. That's so weird. Anyways, hold on, which one? Okay, so that was number that. Okay, so this one, do you think people should be grown-ups and handle drama more better?
Yes. Next question.
Yeah, the best way to answer that one, because we have short question ones on these ones, and no, there's gonna be like a lot of do in the questions. Oh wait, did he just crash? Hero? Did he crash? Oh boy. Oh god, okay. Hold on, stream, give us a moment. Do your thing. Do your thing. Block the camera out. There we go. Please stand by while we try to get the boy back. Oh, he completely. Hold on. Give me a moment, everyone. I need to check Discord to see if he messaged me. Loaded in model crash. Hello, I'm heading back. Okay. Give us a moment. He should be coming back. Okay. Hero, you can move back now. Oh, there we go. And actually, while I'm
in your walls, I'm going to get in there.
Jesus. But yeah, for anyone that's still in the stream while we're waiting for Serocco to come back because he crashed. Oh, there we go.
That right there is vintage vrchat right there. Vintage Serocco. At some point in my time hanging out with people, I'm going to crash like that. It always happens. I think it's Comcast. It might be this game. I don't fucking know. But hi.
Don't worry.
I'm ready for the next question.
Don't worry, Hero fucking saved our asses on when you crash a little, so it's fine. Anyways.
Fuck yeah.
Let's probably do this quick before it happens again. Do you think people in VRC I said sheesh in that question almost. God damn it. Do you think people in VRC recording people without their permission is bad since they're doing it without them knowing?
Depends on who you do that to. And I know a lot of people have opinions about that. Here's where I completely destroy the opposition.
Oh God.
Welcome to Comcast.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? What'd I fucking tell you?
Oh, he's back. They're back.
What'd I fucking tell you? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Oh my God.
This happened again. Okay. See? Anyway, I know the question. I know the question. I'll say it again. Depends on who you do that to. Obviously, if you record people for the sake of recording them, what the fuck are you doing, you creep, right? However, if you're trying to expose a predator or an abuser or a pedophile, you have, especially a pedophile, you have to record them without their knowledge and without their permission, because otherwise they're not going to slip up the way that they would otherwise. If they think they're in a safe environment where they can prey on other people, why the fuck should we respect their boundaries after that? Why? We shouldn't. It's how we have managed to take out a bunch of predators who are already in this game. So, it depends on who you do that to. I don't do that because but if it involves exposing a predator or an abuser, yes. Because it's one of the only ways to expose them. There's only so much you can do with screenshots. Getting their actual behavior on camera as they're preying on people who are too young to have a fucking headset, that should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's the basic no-brainer on that one. And plus, I'll say right now, I'm guilty for doing it because when I was in a public VRC world and someone literally was doing something to someone and I recorded it, but never I forgot to report it, but it was so fucking nasty. I won't say too much on it, but it was fucking nasty and I hated it. Did I just say fucking nasty in the accent? I fucking think I just did. Uh-oh. Welcome to Comcast. Oh.
God damn it. God damn it. Come on. Fuck my life. Oh.
Okay.
What's the next question?
We're good. Is there anything in VRchat you do besides RP?
Yes. Mini games, horror games, puzzle games, murder games, talking to people, I was gonna say something else, but it's probably not the best idea to just talk about it in public. So, yeah. There is a lot that I like to do, and it ultimately boils down to, interacting with my friends in some way.
Yeah, that's understandable. I don't know if there's anything else on that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't know if there's anything else on that, because we're trying to make this quick now since your fucking internet's deciding to go on your ass.
I hope it's probably going to be okay, right? Usually 3 strikes and I'm okay.
If there's a 4th strike, I'm gonna laugh. Well, laugh, then kind of giggle. You're fucking.
You're gonna make this. You're gonna make my crashing into a short. I know you will. I know you will. And I don't mind. Because this is VRchat's. This is what it means to have Comcast. Okay, let it be fucking known. Let it be known. Fuck Comcast. God damn it. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Please continue.
Yeah. Okay. Since we did that one, if there's something about the past you could change, what would it be? Like in VRC.
I wish I was more mature when I was younger. Like, what I know now, I wish I knew when I was, 24, 23, 22, 21. Honestly, I ruined a bunch of friendships because I didn't know when to stop, because I was too much for a lot of people, and I wouldn't, either they wouldn't tell me what was wrong, or I just wouldn't listen when they did, and that's my fault. I'm trying to be better about that. I don't want, because I'm still haunted by the friendships that I did lose because of that, and I don't want that to happen ever again.
Yeah. Oh, when you said that triggered a flashback memory for me. You're fine. It's just you triggered it's not bad where I will start crying right now, but you just reminded me on how that felt for me when it happened. Anyways, let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's continue before I say something I don't want to. Is there something IRL you want to? Well, okay, my grammar right there fucked me over. To do if you met everyone from VRC in real life.
Explore. I think. Like if we're all like, if we all meet up in, for example, I don't know, Universal Studios Orlando, Florida, you best believe we're gonna fuck around in Universal Studios Orlando, Florida. You know, stuff like that. We want to do shit. I want to do shit with people. All right. It would be cool to have people at like each other's houses or whatever and just fuck around, but I also want to be out. I don't want to just be cooked up in a place, right? I want to go there. Show me what you like about your homeland. If I meet like an Australian, for example, I want to see Australia, not just the home. If I go to Canada, I don't want to be cooked up in a fucking Canadian suburb that's next to people that speak French that I don't understand, right? I want to go and visit. Not visit. I want to explore. Let's have fun. Let's fuck around. Pretty much. I want that. Give that shit to me.
Basically, that's a way to go with that and have fun with everyone IRL and shit. God damn it, vrchat, stop! Sorry. vrchat's doing the same thing to me. Okay. Okay, we're getting close to the final few questions. That's good. Okay. And hold on, I'm trying to like literally pull my arm closer. Oh, hey, this one is gonna be fun. Do you hate it when someone lies to you and use you and then treats you like you never existed?
Yes. Next question.
That's one way to answer it fast. Is there other game? Oh, go ahead.
I really could mention one example of that, but it's a name that nobody remembers anymore. It's a name that's not around anymore. She used to be a streamer, and she used to be involved in like the big streaming side of the community, but she turned out to be a piece of shit who was caught not being truthful with how she was spending her donation money. There were no family accidents that required her to pay medical bills, it turns out.
Wow. Well then.
Yeah. Her name was Sarah Navi with 2 eyes. She turned out to be horrible piece of shit, and I couldn't, honestly.
Some people.
She used people that I cared about. You don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to the people that I care about. Fuck no.
Yeah. This is why some people that do that, or anyone in general, needs to, like, I'm just gonna say this right now blatantly on the episode, they can go to hell. Honestly, go to hell. But anyways, next question before I let that anger side of me come out. Is there other games you like playing than VR games?
Yes. Other than VR games, yes. Middle-earth, Shadow of War, and Shadow of Mordor, Anno Mutationum, Blaze Blue, Baldur's Gate. I want to get in that. Some people still want me to play Honkai Star Rail, right? Like a lot. It's like Cooper. I used to play on console a lot back in the day. Like,
okay,
the old timers know.
You're my favorite friend now. I played Sly Cooper. Yes. Let's fucking go.
I fucking loved Sly.
Dude, oh my gosh. I want to go back and play because I actually have my PlayStation 2 Slim in my room right now, and I could play Sly Cooper right now if I wanted to. I literally can just do that. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And actually, I think I replaced like two PlayStation 2 games actually. Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal, and Going Commando.
Ratchet and Clank was great. Red Dead Redemption. I used to play like Grand Theft Auto 5 when it was on the 360. Knights of the Old Republic, like Battlefront.
Oh,
like I'm old. These are old games to a lot of people I know. But
what about Jack and Daxter? Please tell me you played Jack and Daxter.
Yes. I played old school Prince of fucking Persia. I used to do that. I used to play Galaga back in the day. Like,
oh my gosh.
There's a lot of shit that I do that I play on the console in particular.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got
also Overwatch.
Yeah.
Used to play Overwatch.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, that was a weird little bug right there. But yeah, I was gonna say, you literally got my gamer side to pop out, because like that was like a few of the other selected games I like. And I would say right now from the 360 era, no one can top Gears of War. No one can top that game.
Oh, Halo Resistance, Gears of War. Those two. Yep, I remember that shit. Old school Silent Hill, old school Resident Evil. I remember those two. Like, those were incredible.
Yeah, and then then there was that old Star Wars Battlefront 2 game where like when you
I mentioned Battlefront,
yeah. Like I had that one, and I would have so much fun like going out into the space and literally go, surprise, motherfucker.
Yup. Fucking A.
Fucking kamikaze right into.
Yo. There's a lot. Jade Empire, I remember that was big back in the day. Yeah, I'm old. But yeah, there's plenty of games that I play besides VR. A lot of them are just on console, still. Because I still have those consoles.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question, because that one really got us riled up on that one. Okay, if you could say something to someone that was going through a rough time in their life, what would you do?
It depends on what they're going through. If it's a similar experience to mine or to other friends, I can give them like a sound advice. But I can only show people the door. It's up to them to go through it. I'm not a mental health professional. There's only so much I can do, but I always try to help.
Yeah, and another thing I will say is like there's that, and then you can just comfort them, because when you comfort them, it makes them feel more better. It just shows that they're loved. Because like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Like if they were about to do the thing that you don't want them to do, if you know what I'm hinting at. Basically that.
Yeah. I've had to talk somebody off that train this year. So like I get it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Obviously I'm not gonna say who. I understand exactly what.
Yeah. Oh, uh-oh.
Hello, are you still there?
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I need to fucking do that right now after this, but it's whatever. Okay. That was 15, so okay, 3 more left. What was it? My brain. What was vrchat like when you first joined?
The Wild West. Back then, there was no trust system. There was no safety setting. You had to, if you were in a massive world where people were like everywhere, you had to manually click hide model, one by one by one by one every single time, which means that crasher models would automatically spawn. There was this one time where we were at the old box world. My friend was there, just talking to people, and he was one of the few that had full body, because full body was like super new at the time for a lot of people. Like less than like 100 people had full body at the time, and he was one of the first that had it, right? And people were just like vibing, talking, and then suddenly we heard, like, you know, he sat down to like rest, and he heard somebody spawn in. Somebody spawned in, and back then, if you had a crasher model, a lot of times you would know if somebody had a crasher model, because they would have like really loud music or an introduction line, right? Intro dialogue, right? When my friend sat down, somebody joined, and you could hear a heavy metal thrash and somebody saying, "Daddy Chad has entered the lobby." My friend turned around, he saw a red light, turned back, the entire lobby disappeared.
Oh my god.
The problem was, the crasher did not mean to do that. He was new to Vive. He wanted to see how his avatars would work. And with Vive, you don't have this. You had like a fucking touchpad, right? And he accidentally activated a gesture that brought out the gun and eradicated everybody in the fucking lobby. That was how VRChat was like back in the day. I would have more to say, but I think I've pretty much explained everything there on how different things were back then.
Yeah. And now we have 2 left. Which communities are you a member of in VRChat?
Ooh, that's a lot. The roleplay community. The roleplay community for sure. I know a lot of people in drinking communities. I know a lot of people in the club scene, and I know a lot of people in like the dance battle scene. There are a lot of others, but those are like among them. Like I know a lot of people in like the Ruby community, in like the Genshin community. Oh god, I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people, but those are among the main communities. Because the thing with VRChat is that there are communities within communities, within communities, within communities, right? And there's a lot of overlap. Obviously, like the streamer side as well. But again, I don't see them as streamers. A lot of the streamers really just overlap with roleplay, right? But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people, and there are a lot of different friend groups within those same communities and sub communities. A lot, basically.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I want to ask on that, but that's understandable. There's just like so many communities overlapping on each other. Woof.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. Had to make sure my throat was good, because I didn't eat anything. I literally just drank root beer and just went, okay, energy back up, let's go.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Whatever works best, I think.
Yeah, I'd be fine. It's just probably after the stream or recording, I would be doing some other stuff. Okay, last question to wrap this up. What would you say to new people who want to join VRChat?
I would say, part of me wants to say no, but really it's not all bad. It's really not. There are some dark places that you can go into, obviously. But if you find the right crowd, you'll stick by that crowd. Don't be afraid to meet people that you otherwise wouldn't in any other situation. You never know who you'll meet, and that's a blessing and a curse. When you find when you find the right people, they'll be your friends for years after years after years on end. And that's what makes it worthwhile. If nothing else. You just need to go through a lot of personal vetting and trial and error before you may find those people. And after that, try to meet them in person as much as you can, as best as you can.
Basically. Okay. I think that was a good way to end this episode off. And thank you again, Serocco, for joining me on this episode. And I thank you pretty much for everyone else has joined on the other episodes of What the Fox. Even though there's been some hiccups and certain things here and there, if they didn't look at the camera, if, like, you know. Anyways, to end it off, we will see you in the next episode of What the Fox for the last episode for this season. And we will see you after that on season 2 next year or on New Year's Eve of 2023. Anyways, see you guys and take care.